Welcome back to a series of short tutorials on the new content and features released in Tidal-Cyber's platform in January 2024. On top of all the fresh content recently published in the platform, we also released a new feature, Tags, that enables users to more readily navigate and draw insights from this content. Tags have been available in Tidal's Enterprise Edition since last year, allowing users to create custom user-defined tags on most types of objects. We are now releasing a large batch of Tidal-Curated tags to all users to help further enable their workflows and spark inspiration for additional tags. The first batch saw more than 1,200 grouped campaign, software, and analytic objects tagged with more than 200 unique tags across 5 families. Tags enable research, filtering, and navigation across the large volumes of threat and defensive content available in Tidal's platform. This first tutorial on tags covers workflows for using the feature to streamline threat research by narrowing the knowledge base according to key types of threats, the technologies they target and exploits they use, and reporting sources. For your first time experiencing tags in Tidal's platform, it's probably best to start on the Tag Manager menu available at app.tidalcyber.com/tags. Here you can view the full list of available tag families and all of the individual tags that fall within them. You can sort and filter this table in a number of different ways. So you can sort alphabetically, or one of my typical workflows involves sorting the list of tag families and all the subsequent tags within them, high to low in terms of the number of tagged objects. So here we can see that the technical capability type tag family has the most number of tagged objects. And then if we click the drop down, we can see all of the individual tags and the associated number of tagged objects, again, sorted high to low here. This is really good for orienting you with all of the available tag families and individual tags within the platform that you can use then for further research. Clicking into any of the individual tags will then allow you to see in granular detail all of the available objects that are tagged with this specific tag. These 4 tag families, technical capability type, government advisories, exploited vulnerabilities, and targeted technologies, are going to be especially helpful for threat-oriented research. And I'm going to dig in a little bit further into each of these. The technical capability type tag family is designed to highlight what type of activity is a particular threat carrying out, or what type of functionality is a piece of adversary software designed or crafted to be used to achieve. So I think this tag family is going to be extremely useful for narrowing down what is a continually growing knowledge base in the Tidal platform on the basis of types of threats that might be most relevant to the research that you're carrying out. So we can see, probably no surprise, a few of the top applied tags here: remote access Trojans and backdoors, downloaders and droppers being used for achieving initial network access, and especially ransomware and credential and information stealers, 2 types of threats that the Tidal team is really especially focused on, trying to kind of fill in some pre-existing knowledge base gaps and highlight TTPs associated with these very prominent types of threat families. So clicking into ransomware, we can get a sense of these are just the objects that are currently being tagged. We're certainly going to be expanding this moving forward, but we can see a number of different adversary groups, actors and affiliates associated with key types of ransomware, as well as the actual ransomware software and the binaries themselves. Again, really helpful for narrowing down a massive knowledge base consisting of thousands of objects to specifically drill down into the types of threats that you might be most interested in seeing. I'll dig in a little bit to the exploited vulnerabilities tag family. This is, as it sounds like, pretty straightforward, but I think it's going to be very helpful to get a sense of which specific named threats are known to be exploiting certain vulnerabilities. We're especially focused on those vulnerabilities that are kind of trending in the news cycles and giving you quick visibility into which threats and their associated TTPs are related to them. Many of these vulnerabilities are specifically going to be coming from recent government advisories. And so this is another tag family that I do want to highlight. We are especially focused on advisories coming from the United States as well as their international partners. So it's certainly not US exclusive, but we are seeing a lot of content being mapped to those advisories. Recent advisories from CISA and partner agencies have been extremely detailed, both in terms of providing information about threats and especially their TTPs, including down to the level of MITRE attack techniques and sub-techniques, and even procedures associated with recent threat events and activities. And so here's a good way of seeing which threats are being discussed in some of these recent advisories. The final threat focused tag is going to be targeted technologies. This is giving a sense of both what platforms are holding data that would be targeted by adversaries for their ultimate objectives, as well as what types of platforms are being abused or exploited by the adversaries as a way of carrying out their operations. So it's a little bit twofold. But these are going to be some really useful ways of kind of narrowing down the threats by kind of very specific technology oriented classifications.